Hello, Fáilte. Welcome to another episode in the reading of the Táin Bó Cúailnge, the Cattle Raid of Cooley, with myself, Lora O'Brien. And I'm an Irish Draoi. If this is your first time for some reason and you haven't picked up any of the rest of it, we are just halfway through, actually, I believe, the reading of Joseph Dunn's translation of the Táin Bó Cúailnge. There is a playlist for the full reading, and I do roundups on my mailing list. So there's information below. You can go and click on some of those links and make sure that you are up to date on all of it. It's a bit of a labor of love for me, but we're going to get going today with 16A and 16B, which brings in the healing of the Morrigan in 16B. No, sorry, 16 and 16A, my apologies. So we have, first off, the violation of the agreement. Then it was that Medb dispatched 6 men at one and the same time to attack Cuchulainn, to wit, Traig, foot, and Dorn, fist, and Dernu, palm, Cull, sin, and Achish, curse, and Erishe, heresy. 3 Druid men and 3 Druid women. Cuchulainn attacked them so that they fell at his hands. For as much as covenant and terms of single combat had been broken with Cuchulainn, Cuchulainn took his sling in hand that day and began to shoot at the host from Delga, the little dart, in the south. Though numerous were the men of Erin on that day, not one of them durst turn his face southwards towards Cuchulainn, whether dog or horse or man. So this again is saying that Medb is the bad guy, of course, and dispatched 6 men at once, one at the same time. But actually it says it's 3 Druid men and 3 Druid women. And the names are definitely interesting. We have foot and fist and palm, and refer you back to the crane stance, the descriptions of the crane stance that we've already seen. And I just wonder, because foot and fist and palm are maybe vague references to that, I don't know. But it could be that there was magic put against, especially with sin, curse, and heresy. So there's definitely more going on in this passage, and I don't have the answers to it, but you know, feel free to theorize in the comments below. And we are going to move on to 16A, which is the healing of the Mórrígan. So in a previous episode, was it Varanya or the slaying of Loch? I think it was the slaying of Loch, is when the Mórrigan was harmed, when she came against Cuchulainn in the 3 forms. And he had said previously in Táin Bó Ragavna, I believe, that he would never heal her. I might have said it in this as well. I'm getting my lore mixed up. I read a lot of this stuff. It kind of blends after a while in different translations of it and different versions of it and all the rest of it. Anyway, the healing of the Mórrigan. Then it was that the Morrigan, daughter of Ernmas, came from the fairy dwellings, so from the She, in the guise of an old hag, engaged in milking a tawny, 3-teated milch cow. And for this reason she came in this fashion, that she might have redress from Cuchulainn. For none whom Cuchulainn ever wounded recovered therefrom without himself aided in the healing. So Cuchulainn had to give, if he was poisoned basically, so he had to give you his blessing or his healing. He definitely has otherworldly things going on, and there's more than just regular kind of wounding that is happening when you're wounded by Cuchulainn. So Cuchulainn, maddened with thirst, begged her for a milking. She gave him a milking of one of the teats. May this be a cure in time for me, old crone, quoth Cuchulainn, and one of the queen's eyes became whole thereby. He begged the milking of another teat. She milked the cow's second teat and gave it to him, and he said, may she straightway be sound that gave it. Then her head was healed so that it was whole. He begged a third drink of the hag. She gave him the milking of the teat. A blessing on thee of gods and of non-gods, O woman, and her leg was made whole thereby. Now these were their gods, the mighty folk, and these were their non-gods, the folk of husbandry, and the queen was healed forthwith. I believe that the folk of husbandry reference there is a reference to sacred ancestors, just for the record. The mighty folk would be possibly the Tuatha Dé Danann, or you know, whatever gods were going on at the time of this storytelling. But the folk of husbandry is not just that's animal husbandry. So it's taking care of stock and owning stock. And I just have a sense now, that's my own personal take on it, but I just have a sense that that's a reference to the people who have gone before, the people of the land, the people of the community, the people of the tribe. So, and the queen was healed forthwith. Then Maeve ordered out the 100 armed warriors of her bodyguard at one and the same time to assail Cuchulainn. Cuchulainn attacked them all so that they fell by his hand. It is a dishonour for us that our people are slaughtered in this wise, quoth Maeve. It is not the first destruction that has befallen us from that same man, replied Ailill. Hence, Cuilan Quinn Dunny, the destruction of the head of the Dun, is henceforth the name of the place where they were. Hence, Athcrow, Gory Ford, is the name of the ford where they were, and fittingly too because of the abundance of gore and blood that went with the flow of the river. So again, we see a section of the Táin ending with the Dinhenicus, which is the lore of place names, and explanations for various parts along the way and how they got their names. So we're going to leave it there today, short and sweet, and we will come back to 17, the great route on the plain of Merhevna, and that will be our next videos. So it's working out that I'm doing them on Wednesdays for the most part. I can't absolutely guarantee a new episode every single Wednesday, but I have a more regular content schedule happening now. So if you're watching this as they come out rather than sometime in the future, then you can more or less expect it on a Wednesday. So make sure you have liked the video to tell Facebook that that this is content that you want to see, and to tell me that this is content that you want to see, because this is, like I said, it's very much a labor of love, and it definitely keeps me going when I get the likes and the comments, and you know, people saying that they appreciate it, because sometimes it feels a little bit like screaming into the void when you're talking on, you know, just into a camera and posting it up on YouTube. But yeah, so make sure that you like the video and subscribe to the channel and hit the bell for notifications so that you don't miss new content when it comes out. So slán go fóill, and I will see you in the next video.